What's good, people? What is good? I think I've got it all organized. Well, I did have it all organized, and now I would have done something silly. Let's see if I can peg it back. Right. All good, all good, all good, all good, all good. Man, I don't know why I flip in and subscribe to all these newspapers on the laptop. It takes an age to flip in. Get rid of all the notifications. Some kind of function and bubble. You get them. All right. Ever come back? Yes. Yes, indeed. Oh, man, Lisa. Big up Lisa Bells for the super chat. Much appreciated. Much appreciated, Lisa. Big yourself up. Hit the like button. Lisa, one of my favorite subscribers, one of the loyalist subscribers, always promotes the channel, bro. You know what I mean? And Daniel Cole, Toby, all of you, man. All of you, to be honest, all of you. Big all of you up, man. Big up Daniel. Big up Toby. Susan M. What's good, people? Hope everyone's blessed this evening. Yes, indeed. Jimmy, what's good? I like Jimmy's name, you know. You know what I mean? See, Jimmy, them know what Jinal mean, you know. I love that name still, you know, Jimmy. I mean, Sassad, what's up? I don't care about the fight of the night. Can you elaborate on that a little more, Sassad? Big yourself up. Diobinuli, what big fights coming up? Yes, Vianello and Torres is interesting. Hrgovic and Joyce, interesting. Heavyweight division, it's smoking right now. It's definitely smoking. Big up Wizards. It's 2025. What's American boxing? Yeah, big yourself up, Lisa. Big yourself up. Big up Wizards. Big up Lisa. Big up Toby. Big up everybody. Senior Cal. While go on, beat, spit some knowledge for them. Well, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try. See what's going on. You know what I mean? I only got an hour to get it in, to be honest. Yeah, you know what I mean. So let me get my reading gear intact. So, you know what I think's pushed Bob Arum over the edge? It's that Super League, isn't it? That Super League has pushed Bob Arum over the edge. And you know why it's pushed him over the edge? Because Turkey gave Dana White the keys. And Bob Arum, the stuff that Bob Arum has said about UFC. What was that comment he said that time? Let me see if I can find. Let me dig that one up. Let me dig that comment up, Bob. That comment was mad. Bob was wilding. Bob Arum, UFC, racist skinheads. What did he say? You're wilding. You're wilding out, dog. Bob, you can't say that. Right. You know what they should do? They should just ban the use of cookies, man. I mean, I like put cookies, pardon me, I mean, like, listen, I don't like cookies. I certainly don't like them gluten-free cookies that my ex told me to flipping try the other day. You know what I mean? About gluten-free sugar. No. Cookies have gluten in them, not taste like glue. You know, cookies. These sites, you know, I don't like these sites taking people's info like that. I'm not accepting it. No, I don't accept the cookies, bro. You know what I mean? Nowadays they're telling you can pay if you don't want to cook. What the bumble clock is this? Yeah, skinheads and homos, you know. He said MMA, nothing but skinheads and homos. Madness. You're a madman. You're a madman. That was 2009, and he don't and like, but the stuff Dana has fired salvos at him. You know what I mean? He's fired salvos at Bob, and Turkey handing Dana the keys. That's not sat well with Bob. So Bob Arum is talking about, okay, Fundora from the PBC to fight Xander Zayas. That's a good fight. And he said it's more important now to make fights with the PBC. But everyone is taking that as they're going to band together to get rid of Turkey and the Saudis. But I haven't heard the PBC come out and say that they're on board with this. Like, I can't really take it that serious. There's people in America getting really excited by it, but I'm not getting that excited by it, really. I really am not. I think Bob's a bit disgruntled because Beterbiev lost the rematch to Bivol. We saw what happened to his boy, Jared Anderson. Are there any more casualties? Yeah, Makhmudov got bruck up. Tyson Fury got bruck up. I mean, hey, they haven't done very well on Riyadh season. They haven't done very well. All right? And now he wants to hit out against the whole thing. Because the Saudis are paying a lot of money for the fights that they put on, Bob says. And we avail ourselves of that money with our fighters, but to make fights of our own, in many cases, we need to work with the PBC, and they need to work with us. Since when has the PBC needed to work with anybody? I mean, we've heard this before. The PBC spokespeople are less visible than they've ever been. They're talking about Al Heyman and Bob. Al Heyman ain't running the business. Everyone has to go to Louis de Cuba if they want any traction with that side of the street. Al Heyman ain't there. Didn't you hear what Jamal Charlo said? Alalsikh, man, we gotta make our own fight. Yeah. Yeah. We gotta make our own fight. Yeah, man. All right. Let's get to you guys. Big up D of your newly Case K. And look, yeah, exactly, D of your newly. Bobby's too old to care about what he says. Exactly. And he's too old to go against anyone. Yeah? He's too old. He's too old to run the company. And Al, he's not interested. Or he's ill. Mateus says gluten-free food has no taste at all. Yeah, get rid of it. Bun that. You know what I mean? Man, yum glue biscuits. You know what I mean? Dash that in the bin, bro. You know what I mean? Disgusting. Biscuits have sugar and gluten. Biscuits. Yeah? Biscuits. Just don't like flipping. No, it's really bad for you. Yeah, just eat less of them, nigga. Eat less. Yeah? Eat less of them. But don't buy these healthy food that you can't. That's not healthy. There's no way that food is healthy and it's so gluey, that biscuit. No way. Big up Tony Lyons. DRB Newly, American boxing tried to rebel against Hearn and now they're trying it on Turkey. Stupid. Yeah, it's childish. You're like, it is really childish. Let's keep it real. But yeah, the Dana White move. Yeah. And there's going to be a lot of people who want Bob to get rid of Dana because Dana is not liked. I didn't realize he was that much hated, man, because I'm not a UFC guy. I'm not a UFC guy. Big up Hakeem. DLB Newley is asking the question, why didn't USA promoters try and work with each other before? Well, to be honest, right, it's a good question, DLB Newley, but you could level the same thing at Frank Warren and Eddie Hearn. But now, they're on the same platform. They've got another 5 versus 5 to be confirmed by the Saudis. And America, you know, like, I don't know. I don't know what their beef is with everyone. If it's not like you say, if it's not Eddie Hearn and it's Saudis, like what is that all about exactly? And it's not all Americans, but there's certain sections of America that are just very tribalistic. Yeah? Like, I'm not disrespecting none of my FBA brothers and sisters, not disrespecting you at all. So don't take this or feel no way. But that's very tribal. Like, the other day they were talking about Brits trying to steal soul food that we invent. We don't invent. Like, listen, no one. I saw the girls, the British. They were talking absolute nonsense. Yeah, there's no black British person or white British person in my chat section who has ever had that discussion that them British black girls were having. Oh, they don't know. We invented soul food. No, we didn't. No, we didn't. No, we didn't. And like the Americans really took offense to that. Oh, you see these Brits, these Brits, these Brits. I'm like, flipping now. And the FBA, like flipping, they're like really intense. And then you've got the white dudes in MAGA, what you call it, like flipping now, bruh. Flipping tribalistic. Jeez. I'm not saying that we have that over here as well, that tribalism, but flipping hell, mate. Calm down. Hakeem said, never had soul food in my life. That's because there's no soul food restaurants like that. There's been a couple, right? But we don't have them restaurants. Now, don't get me wrong. I mean, I did steal a cornbread recipe, and I used to make cornbread. You know what I mean? I used to make cornbread for my mum and the family. I don't know if it was any good though, but we used to have it though. I called my cornbread and my cornbread. We should boxing for. We should just make good fights. Yeah, we should make good fights. And if America are giving an away fighter a good deal, he should go over there and fight. And likewise, if they're giving the American fighter a good deal in London or Saudis, let's go. Let's get it done. Al Buga said it's bad out here. Bear. What's he talking about? West Best? Oh, jeez. That's some Jamaican shit, isn't it? What he's talking about there. Yeah, some yard man. Yard man in the comment section, yeah? Yard business, yeah, with. Maybe. Bruce Gass, he says, beats, I need insanity. I came here. Big yourself up. Okay, Susan said a step-grand is from Tampa. So she gave me grits once. I don't know why anyone would eat that on purpose. Felt like I was chewing sand. Hey, listen. Grits is rice, isn't it? It's grits are kind of rice. I'm trying to work grits out because they have it like. Can you make porridge with grits? See the thing. See how Susan went at grits. Brits don't understand grits, right? I've heard like grit. I mean, and they've reacted the same way Susan, the ones who ate grits. But it's like the Americans don't understand us eating beans with toast and stuff. They're like, what are you doing? That's disgusting. Like if Carver's here, she's just gonna, she'll probably jump off the stream in disgust at the prospect of eating beans and toast. You know what I mean? So good, man. So good. So good. Baby. Lisa Bill said, okay, it's similar to cream of wheat. Okay, I'm sure Karma said it was a rice-based sort of. Okay. I'll eat it. I'll try it. It don't look bad, but it depends. I'd have to go to someone I know can cook. Okay, Susan M said it was a porridge type thing. The taste was fine, but the texture was all kind of wrong. Okay. Yeah. I tell you what, though, man. I would just like to see, like, I tell you what, I'm not even bothered about top rank. See, the thing is, I'm not making this hangout to say, oh, they're not going to work together. I hope they do work together. and they produce good fights. I hope they do work together and they produce really good fights. But they've got to be consistent. That's the thing. You've got to be, you can't do it because you're trying to spite Turkey. You've got to do it because you want to give the boxing fans something good. Not just American boxing, but the world of boxing. Good fights. Bruce said grits are very versatile. Yeah, so I hear. So I hear. I'm going to order some, you know. I can order some on Amazon or eBay. I'm going to order some grits, you know. You know what I mean? But I'm not going to cook them until some of you tell me, yo, Beats, you got to do this. You're not going to come out and hang out and say, yeah, show me how to cook these things, yeah. You know what I mean? Grits. Because cream of wheat, Lisa, I've had cream of wheat porridge. I definitely have cream of wheat porridge. That's a Caribbean staple. That's if it's the same one, though. It might not be the same one. Yeah, man. Beauty of the Pencil. Big up Beauty of the Pencil. Great drawer. Great artist. Bruce Gas. This is like the gas wars of the 70s. The consumer one. And this is the good thing. Is Turkey could be forcing these guys into action. And yeah, that's what needs to happen. That's what needs to happen. So if it took Turkey putting Dana in the front line to make them get proactive, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. Yeah. Let's get Keyshawn in there with Tank Davis immediately. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Tank. Go fight Keyshawn. Because, I mean, you don't want to work with Turkey. You want to keep it in America, yeah, Tank? Well, go fight Keyshawn, bro. Yeah. Go fight Keyshawn. Half of the broadcast can be up top rank. Or, well, where are Top Rank going though? They're not on ESPN though. Are Top Rank talking about going on Amazon? Is that what we're hearing? Is that the play? Well, that would make sense. They should go on Amazon. Big up Dr. Woo Doc. Hakeem says cornmeal porridge is nice. Oh, cornmeal. Cornmeal porridge is the business. You know what I mean? Bruce Gas, cornmeal is all grits are. Is it? So I'm eating grits all the time then. I mean, cornmeal dumpling is I mean that's my shit. And like I don't like sometimes I make cornmeal dumpling, and then sometimes I just boil it into a thing with a little butter or a little olive oil and salt. I love that, bro. Love that with some fish. Boy, I love my Caribbean food, man. Yeah, cornmeal. Yeah. Call it turn meal, like when cook it like so. Yeah. That food that does ruthless, rude boy. Yeah. That food that just ruthless with some jerk cantaloupe. What? Ruthless. Cornmeal. Okay, Bruce. Can you sure you can't get different kind of grits then? You might be able to get different grits. Come on, where you at? You there? Hakeem said, I know it's not popular, but I like green banana porridge. What you took there, man? That's the business, bro. That is the business. That is the business. But you got like, how do you make yours? How do you make yours is the thing though. I like green banana porridge. The boxing kangaroo. Salute, 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 salute. Hey, listen, man. Before I get out, some of you can do some contributions before we get out of it, and let me know your thoughts. Bruce Gas says boxing jazz. Yes, of course. ESPN is supposedly out of boxing, so Prime is right for Top Rank. Indeed, 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 indeed. H Don 88 Pro says American boxing is on life support, anyways. Okay. Wow. Hakeem. Oh, you go to the West Indian shop. Okay, yeah, yeah. That works. That works. Yeah, because they do breakfasts in it. Yeah, they do breakfast now. So yeah, you get a nice porridge, green banana porridge. Yeah, that's strong back food there, Hakeem, bro. You know what I mean? That's some strong back food. Green banana porridge, you know. Yeah, man. Cause you can even do the plantain porridge as well. You know what I mean? Yeah. But you see, I'll tell you what, man. If you're eating that, man, you need to be like doing physical labor for the day, or that or going gym. You know what I mean? That's some strong food, that boy, to eat morning time. Copy 09. Has Amazon done a non-pay-per-view PVC show yet? Good point. It's a good point. I don't recall Paul versus Mike being pay-per-view on Netflix, and that could easily have done big numbers if Netflix went the pay-per-view route. Wow. Yeah, good points. Big up, Shady Ugori. Yeah, I think Boxing Kangaroo is right. Tim Tszyu versus Martazaliev was on Amazon. Yeah. It was pay-per-view in Australia, I think. Shady, is the Jamaican plantain porridge similar to the Nigerian one? That I wouldn't know. You can do it with a cornmeal though. But you mean like they're classic recipes, man. Yeah, everything is pay per view in Australia. Like even the George Cambosos versus Wiley card was on. I was shocked. I said, "You put that on pay per view?" Yeah, yeah, it was on pay per view. What are the prices like though? Boxing Kangaroo for a card like Cambosos Wiley. What are the prices like? Dum, dum, dum. Flip mode. Here we go. 9-6. Hit you with no delay into what you're saying, yo. Ah, there it is. That's what I was looking for. That's what I was looking for. Okay, 70 Australian dollars. Wow. What I see, the thing is, yeah, Eddie was saying, man, like because Lee Wiley got a deal with Matchroom, and basically Eddie said if we could pay the fighters what Australians promoters pay the fighters, that Matchroom would be worth 3 times the value it is. Because like people don't. There's no money in boxing like that. If you box, there is no money in boxing. There's no money if you're not on one of the top promotional outlets. The dough ain't there like that. It really ain't. It's gritty, bro. It's proper gritty. Hard knock life. So they're saying the last Crescendo, which is obviously Bivol, Beterbiev, Ortiz, Madrimov, Parker, Bacoli, Stevenson, what's his name now? Who's the British guy? Padley, Josh Padley, and whoever else was on there, generated 340,000 pay-per-view buys worldwide. And how much countries did the zone go out to? 200. See, I'm struggling to believe these numbers are true. Yeah. How much countries was it pay-per-viewing? Because if they're saying 340,000 and the zone goes out to 200 countries, they're saying that it only sold 10,000 in the UK? Nah. There's no pay-per-view in the UK that sells 10 grand. Nah. I tell you what, yeah? I can name you British title fights that have sold more than 10 grand. 10,000 units. We don't do 10,000 units over here, or it wouldn't go on pay-per-view, right? We don't do 10,000 units. AJ himself has done 1 million pay-per-view buys at least 3 times, over 1 million pay-per-views 3 times. So I'm struggling with them figures, but it's from the Ring magazine. If that's so, you have to say it's a flop. Yeah. You have to say it's a flop. $70 Australian dollars. The conversion rate to that in British money is what?
I think you're about double, bro. I think you're about half, about 35 or something.
Okay, flipping out. It's quite expensive, isn't it, man?
Oh, mate, it's absolute garbage. And you know, the rumour was, right, that Jake Wiley that stepped in for Dave or Dward, Jordan, whatever his name was.
Yeah.
The rumour was that Eddie didn't want to pay that guy to put him on a plane and get him to Australia because the numbers were so bad. The ticket sales were terrible. There was something like only 1,200 tickets sold for that event.
1,200?
1,200 tickets sold to that event.
Wow.
See, George isn't a big seller. George tanked in the second Haney fight. George got 40,000 to the first fight with Devin Haney, but then they put the second fight in the Rod Laver Arena, and I think it got 13K. But George isn't a big seller over here.
Yeah, he lost popularity with them Haney losses. Yeah, that's where the popularity.
Yeah, and he kind of calls himself more Greek than he does Australian. Like, he carries the Greek flag around, and so he doesn't capture all the Australian audience. You know, like, you don't see Tim Tszyu with the Russian flag.
Right.
You know, Tim Tszyu represents Australia, mate. So,
just like his dad, just like his old man.
Yeah, exactly. So that's how Tim sort of captivated the Aussie audience. But Beats, we pay for bloody retired rugby league players to on pay-per-view here. Like, they're talking this Terramoana Jr., this new heavyweight coming up. They're talking of a matchup with Sonny Bill Williams. And I'm thinking,
who's the other rugby player? Pull something? Or is he a rugby player? Pull.
Yeah. He was a rugby league and a rugby union player. He was a dual code.
Lucas Brown. Did he knock out Lucas? Or did he
he got, actually, I think he got, who knocks, who was the UFC guy? Mark. Who was the UFC? Yeah. So Mark Hunt. I think Mark Hunt knocked him out.
That's right. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, Mark Hunt knocked him out. But yeah, this Terramoana will absolutely slice and dice him. But see, this is going to be big. Eddie will make this a big pay-per-view event in Australia. Like, he's seen what No Limit's doing, man. Like, No Limit. Like, this Tim Tszyu card, $80. $80 for Tim Tszyu and Joey Spencer.
To fight Joey Parker for no belt.
Joey Spencer and Tim Tszyu is $80. Beats, I get on No Limits, all their social media pages, bro, and I absolutely feed it to them. I'm like, there's no way in the world you can expect the Australian public to keep paying this sort of garbage for this sort of garbage, you know.
And he's
Because
coming
without
off two losses on the trot.
yeah,
Wow.
it's shocking.
That's really brazen. That's like, wow.
And you know what, Eddie being Eddie Hearn, he's like a used car salesman, old Eddie Hearn. Eh? He's just jumped all over it and gone, I'll have a piece of this. Thank you very much. No limit. So he's sort of tapped into the Aussie market as well, and that's how he's got onto. That's how he's got the Cambosis thing.
Okay. Wow. That's that's extortion, man.
Oh mate, but that's what the Australian public's used to. Like, we pay for retired rugby league players to box. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Wow. Yeah. So we got Jai taking on is it the Italian? Was it in Italian, Spanish or no? In Italian. Well, no, it was a Spanish. It was a Spanish fighter next time in Australia.
Yeah, say a prayer for that dude, man.
Yeah, he's gonna get battered. He's gonna get battered.
He's going to get absolutely destroyed. See, a lot of people keep calling Jai, like saying Jai's fighting this bum and that bum, but Eddie's really struggling to get fights for him.
Yeah, he
Really
is.
struggling.
He is. Yeah, it's been a struggle. It has been a struggle.
You know, Richard Riakporhe, Masternak ducked him, Riakporhe ducked him.
William Smith ducked him.
Billum Smith was offered the Opetaia fight before the Zerdo fight.
Yeah, and Zerdo's dragging his feet as well.
Of course he is. He's going to take his Mando rather than a unification. Just hold that belt for a little bit longer.
Yeah.
But yeah, Jai's struggling. But the David Naika fight, I actually like that fight, man, because there's a lot of history with those guys. They've shared a lot of ring time together, sparring. And this, Beats, that was a classic fight where, you know, where you mouth off about how good you've knocked someone, dropped someone in sparring, and then look what happened to him. The guy spent 4 days in hospital after that fight with Jai.
Oh, that was a horrible knockout. That was a horrible knockout, man.
Yeah, that was brutal.
Yeah, that was savage, man. That was absolutely. You saw how hurt he was when he was walking back. His legs were still gone, man. When he's walking back, his legs were gone.
Yeah, 4 days in hospital, Beats, trying to recover, didn't know where he was or what had happened.
4 days in hospital, yeah?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Yeah, that was vicious, man. That was vicious. Hard sport, man. He earned his money. He earned his money.
Yeah, well, that's the problem when you have the mouth but you don't back it, bro, eh?
Well, he put up a good fight, though. He did put up a good fight. It was great to watch. It was great
while
to
it
watch.
lasted.
Yeah.
While it lasted.
He caught Jai with a couple of shots. You know what I mean?
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yep. Yeah, it was a good fight. I like the fight. People were saying, you know.
I loved it.
Yeah.
He came to fight, man. He came to fight. He did come to fight.
I think he can still capture a belt, bro. If he's not damaged goods, I think he can still get a belt. I think he's tough.
He's going to
son
take
of a
him
bitch,
long
man.
time. If you're saying he spent 4 days in hospital, it's going to take him a long time to get over that beat. It was horrible, horrible beating.
Yeah, he won't be back in the ring anytime soon, I don't think, bro.
Yeah. Unless you're really resilient, that kind of beating could end the career. Could like practically end it there. You know what I mean? Never be a force again. Because I saw him walk out and his legs were it was like, whoa, man. I tell you, when Jai gets a full head of steam up, it's scary. It's scary, bro.
I love this.
I'm telling you, I won't be shocked one day if I come online and Jai is arrested for being a serial killer because he just got this nutty. He's just great. Like sometimes you stare at. I don't want to stare at Jai. He just look, man.
I love it when they interview him when he's in camp and he just looks at the interviewer like he wants to kill him. Whoever's interviewing him, he just says, I hate this shit. I hate these interviews. I just love fighting. I just want to get in there and smash.
That's exactly what it is. He's just looking like, what could you? Why are you talking ish to me? That's all it is.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah. I think he's the only.
LT said Jai pummeled Massey too. Hey, Jack Massey's tough. Jack Massey
Yeah.
went the full limit with Parker. Beat
Yep.
Chamberlain. He was an IBL champion. The first time he was stopped.
I actually won money on that fight. I was betting with one of my British mates. We had a 20 on it,
Okay.
and he thought Jack was going to beat Jai, and I said, "You're crazy, bro. You want to throw $20 away?" I said, "Righto, let's do it."
Yeah. Has Jordan Thompson fought again after fighting Giants to Toby? I don't know. That beating was frightening, man. He's handed out some frightening beatings, man. Some frightening beatings.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
And see, a lot of people read like that fight that he had with David Naika. A lot of people said, "Oh, Opetaia is not this, he's not that." They got no idea that fight was just going to be a phone booth slugfest. The history those guys had with Tasman fighters and in the same gym, like the history with those guys, man, it goes back for years and years and years. Even as an 18-year-old, you could see on David Naika's mirror, he was envisaging knocking out Jai Opetaia. That was his dream, was to knock out Jai Opetaia.
Yeah.
So
He definitely
Jai
came
said,
in to knock him out.
Yeah, and Joyce said, let's stand here and bang. So, all the boxers, like the fighter that we saw fight Marius Bradis twice, and the guy that beat the shit out of Jordan Thompson, and, guys like this, like, that's not the same guy. Like, people don't be fooled by that fight. Like, that fight was like a in club, like a in gym type fight, like, let's stand here and just bang. That was always going to be the case with that, just with the bad blood in the lead up to that. Jai felt a bit disrespected that David was mouthing off about how he dropped Jai in sparring, and look at the beating he dished
That
out
was
to
the
him,
worst
man.
thing he could have done. He's brought that up, man.
Yeah.
That's the worst thing he could have done.
Yeah, exactly.
Big up Anthony Mack, and he says, big up Anthony. LT says Thompson hasn't fought since. Wow. Yeah. He hasn't fought since, man.
He earned his money that night, bro, didn't he?
Yeah.
But Eddie's, I've got videos on my channel of Reactpour, like the blatant duck that Richard Reactpour, like Ben Shalom pulled him out. It was 4 hours from going to Perthbid, and Richard Reactpour was the next in line in the IBF, and he pulled him out, and then he said, "We're going to go a different route."
Yeah, it was a
4
blatant
hours.
stuff. It was a
Of
blatant
course.
stuff. I remember arguing with some people who know Richard. See the thing? They're trying to tell me that he didn't duck. Yes, he did duck. He ducked the fight. They messed us around. The purse bid is today. You get your title shot today. Turn up at the Cardiff for the purse bid. You get your title shot today.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Stop it.
Yeah, that's why you're having a 30-day negotiation period, so you don't have to go to purse bid. But he wanted big dollars. He wanted big dollars to fight Jai.
I can't stand Ben Shalom, man. Like,
Me either.
What's happening with this Liam Cameron thing? You've changed it from 12 to 10 rounds, and now you're not explaining yourself to the public. What's going on?
I've never liked Ben Shalom. I think he's a coward, and he must be broke.
Gets on my nerves. Really does.
Yeah.
Really does.
Yeah, I've never really liked him. He's one guy that I don't like. And
if it's a 12 rounder and like it's on contract, what are you doing? Playing that?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't get it. Hey, bro, I just wanted to say too, what's this? What did you make of this Daniel Dubois interview? Like 22 days after the fight, he comes out and he finally gives us it was like he was giving a statement in court.
Daniel's a strange guy. I don't think I've seen the interview. I mean, like,
He's in the back of a car. He's in the back of a limousine or something. And he's doing an interview with some channel. I don't even know what channel it was, Fight Hype or one of them. And it might even be the Saudi big channel. And it just looked like he was giving a statement. And, you know, he still wasn't screaming Joe Parker's name. Why isn't this guy screaming Joe Parker's name after he had a runny nose?
I see, the thing is, is like, why would you travel over there a week before fight time? You would go at least 2-3 weeks before, wouldn't you? Surely.
Of course.
And that's what Andy Lee pointed out. Like, how are you gonna go over there a week before the fight?
Yep.
Because like the climate over there, you're likely to catch a little something, sniffles, or you know. But but most times, if you're there long enough, they'll get over it in a couple of days. You go there in a week before. Come on, man, that's just crazy.
Yeah,
they say it could be something with the air conditioning. You know what I mean?
Gosh, I don't know, man, but I smell a rat. And, you know, just him jumping in the ring after the Usyk Fury rematch while he was in camp for Joe Parker just didn't make sense.
Yeah. That is a strange dude, man. That is a strange. But I haven't said much because they can say, oh, because you're an AJ fan. But, yo, it took him, like, before he fought AJ, it took him ages to enroll into VADA. Why did it take him so long? We were asking, like, why isn't he enrolled? You know what I mean? Like, you know, but.
Well, that's one thing I was asking Beats. Like, was it the juice? 2 days? Was he still melting plastic cups with his piss? I don't know, man.
Yeah.
But we'll never know, you know. It just seems I don't know, it just seems fishy to me. And old Fish Eyes, Fish Eyes and his father were the first ones to come out and say something. And I thought, why aren't we hearing from the fighter? Why aren't we hearing from that guy going, hey, let's run it back. Let's run.
Why does it take you so long to reply, Daniel? You know what I mean? Like
22 days, bro. 22 days.
It's too long. That's too long. That's too long.
But not just to say that, but just to say anything, bro. Just to come out and...
Yeah. 100%. 100%.
Just to say anything, man. Like, we're playing checkers, not chess. It didn't make sense.
Let me just answer this tweet from Anthony. He says, Liam Cameron has bottled it. His arse has fallen out. Now, a lot of people disagree with me. I'm not sure if you're right, Andy, but I see where you're going. And here's the thing, yeah, right? The first fight, he didn't have no pressure on him, yeah? And, like, after this fight, he's got a hair transplant and he's got a deal with Frank Warren. And a lot of people want him to put Ben away. And a lot of people, oh, he hasn't got no pressure on him, Beats. It's Ben who's got all... No, that's bullcrap, bro. Listen, when you have a stake in life, when you don't have a stake, there's no pressure. When you have a stake and he has a stake, there's pressure. He might not have as much pressure as Ben, but he definitely has pressure. He definitely has pressure. You know what I mean? Because he knows if he loses, Frank's not going to have him as a priority. And you lose, all them nice purses and all them promises you're getting, it all disappears until you rebuild yourself. Yeah. LT said them trips to Brazil. Anthony Mackie ran to Brazil and refused to enroll with VADA. Yeah, exactly.
You see, well, of course we're going to guess. We've got to guess because we don't hear nothing, bro. When we don't hear nothing, we've got to start making our own minds up. It's a poor defense on his behalf. Like, I don't know, man. Why
Andy Lee's not buying a bit of it.
No, Andy Lee's a good dude, man. I like Andy Lee. I think Andy Lee and Joe Parker make an awesome team, bro. Since he's teamed up with him,
I agree.
He's just got Joe hitting his straps. I think Joe's in career best form. I saw one of the comments there saying, does Daniel Dubois fight Usyk next? I certainly hope not, mate. And I'm glad the WBO has stepped in and made Parker his mandatory after Parker went that IBF route, and because Dubois didn't turn up, he got to keep his interim title. So
He should definitely fight Joseph Parker. He shouldn't be able to
100%.
work out on the
And
Parker
you know
side.
what? I'm not saying Parker beats Usyk, bro, but Parker's earned his shot. That's one thing, guys that deserve their shot, man. Give him their shot. Give him his chance of becoming a two-time champion.
Like him beating Daniel and Daniel beating him is two different discussions. Parker has earned a shot at something, either Usyk or Daniel, preferably Daniel. And I'd like to see Usyk fight Caballero, to be honest.
Yep.
That's what I'd like to see.
Yeah, that Caballero's shaking things up, isn't he?
Sorry, say that again?
That Caballero, he's shaking things up, isn't he? He's making him.
He's got a lot of people scared, you know. He's got a lot of people scared.
Yeah. Yep.
Definitely. You know, don't want to take them body attacks. Especially body attacks. Concentrate.
And his volume, man, his volume for a heavyweight is phenomenal.
You know what I liked, man, is like he took Zhang's power away by just basically walking him down. Even like when he got hit, it was like he didn't get hit. When he got knocked down, he just got straight back up and went at him.
But there's not another heavyweight around today that has the volume of Caballero. Caballero's like a David Benavidez at heavyweight.
He's dangerous. He's got the volume, and he's got the chin, and he's got a good technique. He's very dangerous. Got very, very dangerous fighter. Very dangerous.
He's got that thing that you got to have to be a heavyweight. In my opinion, if you can't knock someone out, I don't think the likes of Devin Haney or Shakur Stevenson will last at a heavyweight. You know what I mean? Like if you use that style of fight where guys with a 50% knockout ratio, you've got to be able to knock a guy out at heavyweight, bro. You've got to have that one punch, the equalizer. You know, and he's got that, man.
Yeah.
That's why Justice Hooney, I'm not sure if you know Justice Hooney, the Aussie guy that's sort of ranked getting into the contenders status, but he went a bit idle where he was just going the distance with guys, going 6 and 8 rounds, and I'm thinking, oh, mate, you can't do that. You got to be blowing guys out of the water at your stage in your career. And so I sort of jumped off him, but he's got a bit of a resurgence back, Justice Hooney, and he's knocked out his last couple of opponents, so he's back in the mix, you know. But I tell you what, man, the Aussie that I'm impressed with is this Terramoana Jr., this Cook Islander lad. He's from the Cook Islands, and he represented Australia in the Olympics. He fought Jalalov in the final.
He fought Jalalov. I tell you what, I've seen him a few times. He's good. I need to see more though. I actually like Justice Hooney. I think Justice Hooney got a good technique. He got tagged by Kevin Lorena. Was it in the 12th? Did he get?
Yeah.
He didn't get floored. He was hurt though. He was hurt.
Yep. But that's what we want to see, Beats. We got to see him face adversity, bro. We got to see him get some tough rounds.
Lorena had Daniel Dubois on the floor a couple of times. He's no mug.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
I wouldn't mind seeing Hooney versus Terramona. Not yet, but maybe start of next year or something. A couple more wins each. That'd be a great fight.
He's had 3 fights this year already, knocked everyone out in the first round. Like, yeah, he's facing Cairns, but he's doing what a prospect should do, man. 7-0, 7 knockouts. And he's just, what's Jalalov doing after the Olympics, bro? Like, you know, this Terramoana guy that didn't even medal is just going on a tear and just knocking dudes out. And Eddie's happily signed him. He's like, I'll have this guy all day, every day. Goes one round and...
Jalalov is waiting for the Olympics again, man. I don't get that guy. Just you know what I mean? You want to keep fighting in the Olympics. I don't get Jalalov.
I don't get how pros can go back to the Olympics, man. That sort of defeats the purpose in my eyes.
Yeah, I'd agree. I definitely agree.
Listen, bro. Sorry, bro. I got to get ready for work, man. I just wanted to jump on here and give my 2 bobs worth and say good day.
Appreciate it, Boxing Kangaroo. Big up. Much
Take care, bro. I'll be listening to the next one, bro.
Okay, no problem.
All the best, mate. Later. Peace.
And he says the interview he's talking about is with Box Nation. Fish Eyes gave one too after the fight was cancelled. Started talking about them making sure Dubois' meds for his illness weren't on the ban list. LT says Jalalov obsessed with beating up amateurs. It's the strangest thing, man, Jalalov. Strangest thing. You know what I mean? And see, the thing is, no, I mean, I don't know. Why would you keep going back to the Olympics? You won it once. Let it go. I don't get it, man. Yeah, man. Daniel's just, he's an oddball, isn't it? Who saw Joe Joyce's brain freeze? I played it on my last upload. Who saw that? That was crazy, man. Anyone see it? I don't know, Joe, man. Anyone like Saturday for Joe? Or Joe for Saturday, should I say? Yeah, LT, the buffering. Oh, see, Toby saw it. Yeah, it's is it cause for concern? It just looks, I don't know, man. It's not looking good. That's not looking good. I don't want to cause alarm and say, oh, Joe, this, that. It's not looking good. LT's got Hrgovic. I think a lot of people have got Hrgovic, man. They're looking at that Derek fight. Social Joyce says Joyce is already a slow person, and you can see Joyce is definitely PD. Wow, man. I don't know, Joe, man. Everyone is concerned. Everyone is a little concerned. And it's not without reason. Who, Joyce? Lisa? It just looks a little suspect, Lisa, man, like some of the stuff. The buffering he's got really, he wasn't doing that at the start of his career when he was with David A. and that. He wasn't doing that buffering thing like that. Like sometimes he would just stop talking because he didn't want to talk. But now he's actually buffering. Yeah, it's not looking good, man. Toby said, I don't like Joe fighting. I think he should stop. But he's passing the scans, I'm guessing, so they can't take his license. They can't stop his ability to make a living. That's crazy, man. Hey, I'm looking forward to it, though. Looking forward to that card on Saturday, man. Looking forward to it. Social joints, that juggernaut crap, getting hit in the head, taking hits, catches up. Yeah. They rode that juggernaut, and Frank was saying it today. He said he doesn't like Joe's approach to boxing, taking one to land one. He says he doesn't like it. He said that today. He was saying he doesn't like it. You know what I mean? Wow. No chance he could beat Hrgovic. He's beat Hrgovic in the WSB. I tell you what, yeah, he might get Hrgovic late. I think if Hrgovic hasn't got him out there by 6 or 7, then Joe could come into it. Because what really beat Hrgovic against Daniel Dubois was his condition. His conditioning was absolutely crap. He just fell apart. Coppen says Joe don't have the reflexes to fight any other way. Wow, yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? Like the way Del Boy was catching him with them counters, like the naivety, the way Joe was just walking with Derek with his back to the ropes and getting countered like that was like crazy. And there was one sequence where he was walking Derek down and he fell to the canvas and it looked like he got hit, but he actually didn't get hit. Did anyone see that? Where Joe hits the deck and you're thinking, oh, did Joe get knocked down? He didn't get hit, but he felt like he got hit. It was strange. There's something, listen, there's something not right with that brother right now. There's something not right. Got to be said. It's got to be said, bro. Big up Tone. He said it looks like it's caught up with Joyce. 100%, man. 100%. Social Joyce says, what was Joyce's last fight? Chisora. Has Joyce still got that intensity? He's an old boy now. Yeah, and that's the thing. He's not young either. He's not young. Joe's at least 37 now. 36, 37. Maybe 38. He's about Wilder's age. Wow, man. Take it easy, Joe, man. Take it easy. Dr. Woodok, he didn't pace himself. Arrogance made Bogovic blow the gasket. He thought he could take Dubois out. He was so arrogant pre-fight. He was like saying Danny was, and the smug look how stupid he is. Why would you bring up the sparring session when I battered you? This guy's stupid and very dismissive, very arrogant. And he got humbled. Got humbled. Mr. S says it's a shame his mum can't see his decline well enough to tell him to retire. Wow, man. Copy 09. We don't know what Hrgovic was doing when he got the call. He might be turning up as a 6-7 round fighter at best. See, he's had a kid. In that time he's been out since the Dubois fight, he's had a kid. Has he really been hitting the miles on the road, doing the cardio in the gym, hard sparring? We don't know. We don't know. We don't know. Because look, it's a job at the end of the day. He needs a paycheck. He's got to pay for diapers and the mother of his child's, you know what I mean, her expenses. He's got to pay bills. So let's not just assume every time a boxer gets in the ring, they're in top shape. Sometimes they're not in top shape, but they got to pay bills. It's kind of like if you have the flu, right, and you got bills to pay. You shouldn't go to work because you can endanger some of your colleagues or whatnot. But you got to go work. You got to get paid. Ra says, S-Jam have got some serious questions to answer. Getting Joyce Zhang when he had the WBO mandatory position locked in. Yeah, it was just bad management, wasn't it? It was just appalling management. And then to take the immediate rematch was irresponsible. Right? Who rejected Lerone Richards appearing on Canelo's undercard? Who did that? The WBO? Boy. Lerone, he's another one who like screwed his career up, man. Lerone Richards. Hey guys, I want to stay on, but I've got to save some minutes for Saturday. You know what I mean? I want to pop up live at some stage on Saturday. You know what I mean? It's been a good one. You know what I mean? I'm just too stingy to pay the thing, man. I'm not paying them. You know what it was, right? When I got the other plan last year, They charged me under 200. They tried to take 300 odd quid out my bank account. I said, nah, bro, put that back. Return, indemnity payment. Give me back my money. And I don't like them roll on things as well. You know what I mean? Like, okay, with the zone, I know it's a roll on thing, but you know what I mean? I don't like go to my bank account. Yo, where's all that money gone? Where did all that money go? I was on here yesterday. Yeah, clearing out nearly 350 to use StreamYard. Flipping hell. Yeah. I'll tell you what, yeah. We do half hour. We do half hour and we jump off. Do half hour. Yeah, so what's up with LaRon Richards? He had the fight with Akhmadov, right? Lined up, Triple G's guy. And he started making up all this noise. Oh, I've just beat the guy. Is it Gongora who he beat? Who would beat Akhmadov? I don't need to fight. What do you mean you don't need to fight? Akhmadov's world ranked. It's a good, like Eddie Hearn got you a fight on a Canelo undercard. And there you are complaining. What are you complaining about? The next thing, he left Matchroom. Then he went to Sky. Then he was supposed to fight Zach Chelly. Right? Supposed to fight Zach Chelly. He faints in his dressing room. That fight went to pieces. Then he's off there. Then he went to was it on GBM where he lost to the guy who Callum Simpson knocked out? Got knocked out. Yeah, man. Tone got the Greg's Fund in hand. You know what I mean? Big up Tone. What can I get? All right. What's the best snacky? They used to do that chicken that you could get it heated. That chicken in French bread. That was pretty good. That was pretty good. That was pretty good. Appreciated, bro. Much appreciated. Yeah, man. These fighters, man, like they make poor decisions. Make poor decisions. And it's like, like in the UK, there's a few of them who make horrible decisions. Like Joshua Buatsi is another one. Horrible decisions. Horrible decisions. The man had a title fight lined up. You can say what you want about Eddie Hearn. He had the title shot lined up. And he went over there. He went over, right, to Sky to fight in Birmingham against a Polish fighter for the crowd to start booing and walk out the arena. And then next, Dan Aziz. Then next, you get beaten by Callum Smith on the zone. You get the irony of it all. You start complaining about, oh, they're not going to see my fights on the zone, right? And then your next big fight after you leave the zone is on the zone and you get beaten by a Matchroom fighter. That's just crazy, bro. A vegan Trenton. Yeah, after they take the 30%. Yeah. A vegan Trenton roll. I mean, all that shit is crazy, you know. You know what I mean? Like, the bacon eaters can't even eat real bacon now. You know what I mean? All these, like, all that food there, man, this gluten-free food. No, no, not good. Not good. You know what I mean? All right, let's see what stories we got at hand in the boxing world. What's Will Smith doing? I dare not press into it. I don't want to get caught up with these celebrities. I don't want to. There's Joe here in better days beating up Daniel Dubois. That was a good fight, that was. Okay, Alicia Baumgardner is on the undercard of Taylor Serrano, who will defend her titles against Jennifer Miranda. And like, you see Clarissa Shields, I'm not going on the undercard to anybody. You're crazy. You're absolutely crazy. You could have fought on the undercard of Taylor Serrano and probably got a way bigger person than you would on just the average Salita card. You're crazy. Why do people care about all that? Oh, I'm not boring on the undercard. That's stupid. I wouldn't care. I couldn't give a damn, bro. How much? Listen, go in and negotiate your purse. All you got to do is worry about negotiate your purse. Don't worry about when you're coming on. Don't worry about that. That's backwards thinking. See, this is what I'm talking about. Like, Bob Arum going to go against Turki. You know what I mean? Like, with Al Heyman. And they're talking about Plant and Charlo fighting on the same card. For the win, if they both win, then they're going to fight later in the year. Why don't you just make the fight now? It's already built up for when Caleb slapped him in his face. Why don't you just make the fight now? Don't you think the public have waited long enough for these guys to fight? It's like with Wilder and AJ. The biggest mistake was to let them have separate fights in Saudi. Just put it on now. Put it on now. Just put it on. Mr. Pads Beats, how do you think a prime Bo would do against a prime Vitali, you think? I've seen a lot of people saying Vitali would beat him, but if we're going to talk about a prime Riddick Bowe, we're talking about a Riddick Bowe around 1990, 91, trained by Sir Eddie Futch. I think he beats Vitali. I don't think they had Americanized their styles yet. There was still very much of that amateur quality to them. I mean, people can say that Chris Bird was lucky to beat Vitali, but he managed to get Vitali to quit in the ring. Are you telling me that Riddick Bowe with that thumping jab, body puncher, good combination puncher, wouldn't give Vlad all he needed? Of course he would have. It would have been a great fight, though. If Vitali could create the space for himself, yeah, he could get Bowe out of there. Be a very good fight. Ulick's game. She talked too much ish about JP on boxing, etc. on Amanda and Katie, so she can't just turn around and fight on the card as an undercard because of pride and ego. Man, pride and ego is just dumb. You know what I'm saying? Steal the show from them. Go on the card and steal the show from them. You know what I mean? If you had went on that show with Alicia Baumgardner, Katie Taylor, and Serrano, that would have been the biggest women's event you could think of. The biggest event. Because that's where it's all happening as well, Clarissa, is with Jake Paul. Jake Paul's signing up all them women now. Katie Taylor basically is a Jake Paul fighter. She's not signed. You know what I mean? Tom said they were trying to marinate Joshua versus Wilder when it was past his sell-by date. Best laid plans and all that. Yeah, just make the fight now. Let's make, and like, you know, people say, oh, that might fuck. Listen, don't talk to me about that fight no more. Stop it. Mr. Pads beats for which decades were the best in heavyweight history for you? Out of the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, do you think the current decade will go down as one of the best for heavyweight boxing? Oh yeah, yeah, definitely. Yeah, from 2020, yeah, definitely so. You know, there's theater, there's a timeline that you can reel off in your head, which you couldn't really do when the Klitschko's were fighting. We gotta keep it real. You know, we had Usyk emerging, a cruiserweight, undisputed cruiserweight champion, becoming undisputed champion, winning all his belts on the road. Tyson Fury played his part, AJ played his part, Daniel Dubois playing his part. We've got contenders like Caballero, the body puncher. Zhang has played his part. Joseph Parker's played his part. This is a great era of heavyweight, but really good, really good, really good, really, really good. I don't know what the best era is. Like people say the 70s with Ali, Foreman, Frazier, Lyle, Shavers. It is a great era. And that arguably is the greatest era of heavyweight boxing, to be honest with you. That arguably is. But don't crap on this era here. It's pretty good. It is pretty good. Yeah, man. Yeah. So yeah, Eddie Paul, no, Eddie Paul. Jake Paul and Eddie Hearn, they settled that 100 million defamation suits out of court. All right. I wonder what happened. I don't know what happened there. Eddie seemed determined to rinse him out, have his day in court, and they settled. Abdullah Mason versus Carlos O'Malley. I don't know the rest of the undercard. See, like Bob talking all this, like the card isn't all that. Like the main event is good, Torres Villanello, but I can't. Let me not say it's not all that. I don't know who they are, so let me not say that. I know Abdullah Mason. I don't know Delgado, Elvis Rodriguez, Albert Gonzalez, Dana Coolwell. I don't know them. Is it a good card? Like apart from our kid, what's his name? Abdullah Mason. Are any of them good? Soon find out. Shakan Pitters has pulled out, apparently, from his light heavyweight challenge to Dos Santos on that GBM card. When was that scheduled? Friday? Yeah, it's scheduled for Friday. Because Frank's going on Saturday with heavy metal, with heavy impact. It's a shame, really. I was looking that out for Shakan as well. Okay. Who's this here? Brian Norman. Brian Norman looked pretty good, didn't he? Looked pretty good. But I don't know again, who's Derek Cuevas? Not exactly Papino Cuevas. He had a lot to say, Brian Norman, after defeating Cuevas, but we don't know who Cuevas is. If you did that to Boots when you had the opportunity, then you could talk. But he did look good. I haven't seen Shushu Carrington actually. Who's he getting? He's getting a title shot, isn't he? Against Stephen Fulton. Is it? Yeah, I believe he is. Yeah, because he won an eliminator. Okay, I'm watching him now. He's putting his hands together, isn't it? A lot of people say he's going to beat Stephen Fulton. I think he's open for counters, right? But a lot of people are looking at it like, because Stephen Fulton can't punch, he can't be effective. I don't agree, because look at this here. He's throwing 7, 8 punch combinations, right? Against someone who doesn't have the counter punching skills like Stephen Fulton does. He's going to be open. He's going to be there to get hit. If you throw 8 punch combinations, like, eventually you're going to get caught. You're going to get caught. You're just going to leave opportunities. Okay, who's this Taylor Bevan? That was lethal. Left uppercut, bro. What card was that on then? March the 28th. That was on the zone. What card was this? he spot. What's this uppercut, bro? Oh, beautiful left uppercut, bro. Taylor Bevan versus Alice Makovic. Flatline, bro. Flatline. Galal Yafai versus Francesco Rodriguez. That's in June in Birmingham. Okay. Donovan says 80s gets shat on, but the talent was deep. Holmes, Witherspoon, Thomas, Tubbs, Page, Tyson. Big up Donovan. You see, the problem with the 80s is I'll pick out 3 of the, even Witherspoon, and Witherspoon's one of my favorite fighters, right? Witherspoon, Thomas, Tubbs, Page. Witherspoon wasn't able to put defenses together of the belt. He lost the belt to Pinkland Thomas. I remember watching it around my grand's house all them years back on a little portable black and white. And then he lost because how did it go again? Let me put his box rec up, man. I'm trying to remember the sequence of fights. Because he lost to Bone Crusher. He won the WBC and WBA. He had the WBC first, which he lost to Pinkland Thomas. Pinkland lost that to Burbeck. Then he had the WBA belt, which he won from Tony Tubbs. And then he got knocked out by Bone Crusher in the tournament. And you see with them days there, yeah, they couldn't hold the belts, man. Witherspoon, Pinkland Thomas, like Pinkland was one of my favorite fighters. Like, he won the belt from Witherspoon. He knocked out Mike Weaver with that 1-2. And then he lost it first defense to Trevor Burbick. Then Trevor Burbick lost to Page. And then you get Greg Page, for instance. Like, Page won the belt in an upset against Jerry Coetzee in South Africa, right? Then he loses it in his next defense. Who did he lose to? Did he lose it to... Did he lose it to Witherspoon, who lost it? No, he didn't lose. Who did he lose it to? He lost in his first defense, though. And that's what we see. That it was that WBA bout, that belt. Yeah? Yeah, 80s was cool since Tom. Watching boxes with Jerry curls. Yeah, Tubbs had the Jerry curl. Yeah. Leonard had the Jerry curl. Hearns had the Jerry curl. Good few of them had the Jerry curl, bro. The WBA belt was, they used to say it was cursed from the 80s, yeah? Or maybe the late 79 when Ali vacated the Spinks vacated the WBA. Ali won the rematch with the WBC, retired. Holmes and Norton fought for the belt, although Norton was champion. They gave the belt to Norton. And when it went vacant, I'm doing this all off the head, boy. John Tate won the belt from either Coetzel or Courtsia in South Africa. Then he lost, I think he lost in his first defense against Mike Weaver. Like, he was cleaning up Mike Weaver until the 15th round, and he got caught with a big left hook and got flatlined. Then Weaver defended against Courtsia in South Africa. See, Bob Arum was promoting a lot of these fights in South Africa. And then he fought Michael Dokes, and then he was stopped in a round. Controversial. Joey Curtis controversially stopped the fight. He was stopped in a round, and then Dokes rematched him, and they fought to a draw. The second fight was flipping grueling, bro. It was a grueling fight. And then Dokes, R.I.P. Yeah, I mean, he was a cokehead, right? He was a cokehead. He was partying on the night, apparently, when he defended against South African Jerry Courtsia, and he got stopped in the 9th or 10th. About the 10th, he got stopped. And then Courtsia lost the belt to Greg Page, like I just mentioned. And that's just, that's what messed it up. And when Tyson came along, you know, he tied up all the belts. But some people say Tyson didn't fight anybody. Like, I don't know how they worked that out at all. Yeah. How do people say you didn't fight nobody if you've cleared out all the straps in the division? If you clear out all the straps in the division and you're telling me none of them fighters are no good, I just say you're a fucking hater. I don't care who the fighter is. If you clean out 3-4 straps out of one weight class, right? You clear it all out. Oh, but there was no one good for him to fight. Nah, you're a hater. It's as simple as that. You are a hater. Anyone who clears out all the straps in their weight class, 3-belt era or 4-belt era, and then people are telling me you didn't fight nobody, you are a hater. Plain and simple. Why don't you go do it then? If they never fought, no, you go do it. If they never fought no one, it's that easy. Talking nonsense. Tyson cleared out all them belts, right? From 86 to 80. Tyson turned pro in 1985. Listen again. He turned pro in 1985, right? And became undisputed champion in 1987. Don't tell me you never fought no one now. You can't clear out the whole weight class and then tell me that the person didn't fight nobody. It's the stupidest statement ever. That's when you see when people intellectualize boxing, they start overthinking it. Oh well, let me see if I can find an alternative. There's no alternative argument. What's the alternative argument? He's the undisputed champion, and he was the lineal champ. See, when Mike cleaned it all out and he was undisputed champion, they said, "Oh well, Spinks is still the lineal champion." So he cleaned out all the belts and then beat the lineal champion, and then you want to tell me he didn't fight nobody? Stop it. Stop it. Stop. I hate people who discuss that. Can't stand people who discuss that. Stupid discussion. Yeah, they just couldn't keep hold of the belt, man. They just couldn't keep hold of it. Wow. Crazy, man. Thomas says Tyson was a problem for all 80s heavyweights. Yeah, definitely was a problem. Definitely was a problem. And he wasn't a perfect fighter. You know what I mean? He weren't perfect. No fighter is perfect. Anthony said, I've just commented on a channel discussing the same thing. Tyson overrated. It comes up all the time. And they say the same thing about Terence Crawford. Undisputed in 2 weight classes. Oh, he's never fought nobody. Really? Really? Undisputed in 2 weight classes, right? Not one of his fights at 147 went the distance. Not one of them. But he's never. Okay. That's crazy. That's just crazy. That's just crazy right there. Yeah. He had about 8 or 9 fights at welter, right? And not one of them went the distance. But he never fought nobody. And he cleaned up everybody he fought. Porter, Spence, the guy who beat Pacquiao, the Australian guy, he beat all of them. Anyone you threw at him, he beat them. And he didn't duck nobody. They were ducking him. If anything, they were ducking him. But he didn't fight nobody. People. Anthony said, like I've said in your live stream before, if anything, he's a vast underachiever. Yep. Anthony said, over intellectualizes their effort. They used to say the same thing about Tiger Woods in his pomp, that he never came from behind to win a major. I used to hear crap like that. Oh, Tiger hasn't done this and that. But hold on, he keeps winning everything though. He's winning everything. And I didn't even follow golf. That's crazy. Thomas said he liked Pinky Thomas. Yeah, big up Pinklin, my man Pinklin. Carla Troop Williams, yep. Tim and Biggs, all excellent in their day. They were all good fighters, man. They were all good fighters. But a lot of them had substance abuse issues. Pinklin had them. I don't think Carl did. Biggs did. Tim got busted for marijuana. He got a big fight as well. But yeah, they were all good fighters. They were all good fighters. Definitely. And there were some great fights. Anthony Mackin, your detractors will come up with all kind of weird and fanciful criteria to discredit your achievement. Yeah, like I'm just like like some of the fans across the pond, they do that to annoy. Oh, you've never fought no. You need to fight in Brooklyn. You know what I mean? Why does he need to? He's a 2-weight undisputed champion. Stop it. Stop it, man. Like I like with Canelo. I get like, some people ain't been happy with some of his fights, and neither have I, but Canelo done some good things, man. I mean, undisputed at 168, but he's done some not so good things too. But he's a great fighter. He's a great fighter. He's definitely fought bodies. Tom says, Bud goes straight into the Hall of Fame as far as I'm concerned. Definitely go straight in. Definitely go straight in. Definitely. Hey, people, I'm over my limit, man, because I'm going back on the weekend. It's been good. Do you mean like I have to work out a way that I can get on a stream. I do at least 3 streams a week. Peace.